Now we're going to show you the cross, which is one of the fundamental basic parts of tango. We often teach this as one of the basic fundamentals. So first of all, just demonstrate what it is, and then we'll break it down followers and leaders parts. So I'll just back up this way first. Typically, walking to the outside, I take a couple steps and I'm inviting my follower to cross her feet in front as I do a weight change. We walk out. One more time. So we'll break it down.
The cross for the follows. It's important, follows, that we know what this feels like in our body. So when we're given the invitation to cross, we can choose to cross. Otherwise, we miss this delicious opportunity. We might just collect instead of crossing. To cross, you want to reach back with your right leg, and then bring your left leg as you come into collection across to the other side of your foot, parking your toes toe by toe. Your heel is up to facilitate this closeness of your feet. And then to shift your weight, you put your left heel down, freeing up your right leg, and you come into collection. That simple. So once again, reaching back with my right leg, coming to that foot, bringing my left across, toe to toe, letting my heel come down, and bringing my feet into collection. It's nice to try a few of those in a row, working on your balance, feeling your vertical, pressing into the floor and up as you go. So reaching back, I bring my feet together, toe to toe, roll my left heel down, bring my feet into collection. Again, I reach back with my right, come to toe, let my heel roll down, come into collection. That's that simple. This is something you can also practice in place, simply by reaching back, crossing your left over your right with your heel up. Put your heel down, freeing your right, bring it around, cross it to the other side. Put your toe on the floor, heel goes down, freeing up your left. And just sort of play by going back and forth so you can practice having your center line really clear, moving this around your center line, and feeling that articulation, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel. And that's the cross. That's what it feels like when we follows do the cross. How do we know when to do that?
So we'll walk through this kind of a simple pattern that we do for the leaders, remembering we can initiate an outside step, and that outside step doesn't have to be way to the side. It can really, I'll just put it on a diagonal here, it can be really just enough so that I miss my partner's feet, so I'm stepping to the outside of her feet. And in that moment of that first outside step, we have a little contra body, a little orientation towards our partner. And what we're going to do then is we're going to continue stepping the next step, feeling like we're still on this side track to our partner, a little bit to the outside, but keeping our orientation towards each other. So as I take that step, as I am transferring my weight and I feel my partner transferring her weight, then I'm going to start to straighten out. And I, as a lead, I'm going to bring my feet into collection. But that straightening out, as you can see, is what really invites Lori to come into that crossing position. If I continue straightening, turning a little bit this direction, she feels the weight change, and we both step again. We're still in parallel system. So one more time, we'll come all the way back here. So we're doing this in parallel system the first time. I'm doing a crossing step to the open side of the embrace. And think of these 3 steps that we take as traveling kind of down the line of dance. I'm going 1, 2, she takes a longer step, and remembering as she transfers right about then, I'm straightening out. So even if we didn't have an embrace, if we're at that step as Lori's transferring her weight, she feels me rotating, she crosses to stay connected to me and to stay in front of me. Enough rotation, the weight change happens, and we continue walking. So a couple elements, what key pieces for you there that you need to think about?
So as I'm feeling the walk from my lead, I'm keeping my connection. I feel the reach here, I'm still keeping my connection. As I shift, he's rotating, and that's my invitation to cross my foot over. So really, by knowing that I can cross my feet, when that happens, it brings me into the cross. Simply by staying in front of him, I'll go into that position. It comes right back to that fundamental of staying connected to the ground and connected to your partner. Follow staying in front of your partner.
So the challenging part for the lead then is it's a little complicated. I'm taking this step's fairly easy. As I take the next step, as I arrive, I'm rotating and coming to collection. And usually at the very end of the rotation, I change weight. So actually changing weight at the same time my partner's crossing her feet. We both change together. So we take the same number of steps, we stay in parallel system. Crossing, again, cross, keep walking. We'll just do it circling a couple times, and you can see you can do this just so you can repeat the pattern. A little bit of orienting towards each other, and then me turning. It's helpful if Lori's really feeling the extension on that step just before the cross. I can actually lead that, so I'm doing my crossing step, and as I go to take this next step, I'm really giving some intention there, really giving intention to go to that point. And Lori can feel it very nicely then, and it leads her into taking a nice long step there, plenty of room to cross in front. So that's kind of the basic mechanics of doing that cross.
Part of what's so essential in this move, as in any move in tango, is staying connected to your partner and keeping the energy alive between the two of you. And at the beginning of this video, we talked about practicing when we're not touching each other, open side, open, closed side, open, or sugar bowl, to feel that aliveness between the two of you. And compression is something that helps us feel that.
So compression meaning we both have intention towards our partner. If the follower gets too excited about moving backwards, she can kind of leave me, and it's hard to feel where the cross is going to happen. Also, she ends up stepping shorter because doesn't have that forward intention. So we're thinking to keep some sense of compression or kind of energy towards our partner. We feel it in the palm. Even if that embrace isn't there, we both have this sense of forward intention towards each other. And that really helps the cross. We feel a nice connection there. She has lots of extension there, and then there's the cross. And if I, as a lead, want to slow down or do something different with that crossing point, that compression really helps Lori to feel something different happening. Like right here, I'm not inviting her to completely transfer her weight, come back out, and can play with that moment, or transfer the weight and continue.